5 to the king, 5 to the queen.
Like just 5 points, doesn't matter. Okay.
High card points, it doesn't have to be good.
All right, well, that's my question, because you're going to automatically be at the 3 level once they respond, so.
Well, you just need to be real careful about doing it when you're vulnerable and they're not. Okay?
What are you talking about?
Unusual no trump. Michael's is kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Michael's Q-bid's the same thing. You need to temper it with the vulnerability. Does that help?
Yeah, we pretty much have figured that out about this. This was a hand that was played Monday night, the first hand that was played. This was north, and they have been at the club, and this is south. They've got 4 spades and 4 diamonds, so they should respond diamond first and then spade to the club. They have club.
This is the opening bidder, this is the responder?
Yes.
Yeah, this is bid about it.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to kind of talk about that a little bit. What I see a lot of mistakes, what I've seen lately where people are making a lot of mistakes are two-suited hands or semi-two-suited hands with both minors. For instance, what should you open the bidding with?
Diamond. One diamond.
Diamond? How about that?
See, I would rather open a club,
You could read the note rather than 2 cards with that hand.
because my clubs are better than my diamonds.
Okay, the reason you open hands that are 4-4 in the minors with a diamond is so if the opponents, for instance, with this hand here, I'm going to have to make something better than that. I can't or something. If you open that with a club, and your opponent over here bids 1 spade, partner doubles, what are you going to bid? Two diamonds, right?
That's not a good description of your hand, is it? That makes me like you have-
Well, you have to bid something over a negative double, so you'd have to bid 2 diamonds, right?
Yeah, you have to.
Or don't you wish you had opened the diamond, so after it goes to spade, double, you can bid 2 clubs? Okay, the reason you should open a diamond when you're 4-4 is right here. If the opponents can bid something that you're going to have an awkward rebid on, then you open a diamond so your rebid can be 2 clubs. If I go back here, now you don't need to open a diamond because if the opponent's overcalled, you can rebid no trump, can't you? You with me here? The reason you're opening a diamond 4-4 here is so if they overcall and you can't bid no trump, you have a rebid. With this hand, you can rebid no trump, whether they overcall a heart or a spade. If you open a club and they overcall a heart, your partner doubles, you can bid one no trump. If they overcall a spade, you can bid one no trump. But if you have one of these two suits that you can't stop, then you can't open a club, you have to open a diamond. That's the reason for opening a diamond when you're 4-4. Is so if the opponent's overcall, you won't be in a mess. Consequently, if you're not going to be in a mess, you can open a club if your clubs are better. If they're equal, you probably ought to open a club also. Because over a club, your partner can bid a diamond if you belong in diamonds. Right? The reason we open a diamond is because if they overcall a suit and we can't rebid no trump, we do have a rebid. So, with this hand, it's too dangerous to open a club because they might very well overcall a spade, right? Okay, so with this hand, you should open a diamond. This is not an unbalanced hand. So whenever you open a diamond and rebid two clubs without any interference, you should have an unbalanced hand. You should have a singleton someplace when you open a diamond and rebid two clubs. The reason for that is this shows a balanced hand, right? If you rebid a no trump, your partner can rebid two hearts on 5 to the queen 10. If you rebid two clubs, there's no way your partner should rebid two hearts on 5 to the queen 10. So balanced hands should try to bid no trump. Excuse me. If they overcall and you don't have a choice, you can't bid no trump because you can't stop their suit, then you may have to bid two suits with a balanced hand. But you should open this hand with a diamond simply because if they overcall a spade, you're not going to have a rebid if you open it a club. But even though you open it a diamond, if they don't overcall, you should rebid a no trump. Or if they overcall the hearts, you should rebid a no trump. So these hands that are 4-4-3-2, you should be rebidding no trump, not the suit. The only time you open a diamond and rebid two clubs, when the opponents don't bid, is when you have an unbalanced hand. Yeah.
Okay, if you have 5 diamonds and 4 clubs, is 5-4-2-2? That's semi-balanced, so where does it fall?
Well, If this were a 6-5 and that were a 4-3, then I might rebid 2 clubs. But if I had a queen here and a jack here, I would rebid a no trump. And the main reason you're rebidding a no trump is so your partner can rebid their suit. And a no trump rebid has a lot narrower range than 2 clubs. If you rebid a no trump, your partner knows that you have 11 to 14 high card points, right? All right, this 1 diamond, 1 heart, 2 clubs. What is this range?
It's 13, 12 to 16. You did jump to 200.
It's got a huge range. With 19, you can jump shift, but you can't jump shift with 17 or 18, can you? And you can't bid 2 no trump with a singleton somewhere. So this has a huge range. Excuse me, and it should be unbalanced unless you're forced into it. Rebidding a no trump has a narrow range. Consequently, excuse me, if the opponents don't overcall, you should be rebidding a no trump on these hands. Even if your partners bid the wrong suit. It's more comfortable to rebid a no trump if it goes a diamond, a spade, right? You should still rebid a no trump if it goes a diamond, a heart. If neither one of your opponents have bid, there's a good chance your partner also has spades. And there's a huge advantage to rebidding no trump. Because when you rebid no trump, your partner knows what you have. And when you open a diamond and rebid 2 clubs, look at this.
They don't have that.
That's a pretty big range, isn't it?
Yeah. You only have 12. Well, 13.
Well, 13.
You count the double.
Yeah. But you could have a whole lot better hand than that.
Aren't you kind of misleading your partner
By doing what?
by doing that?
By rebidding a no trump?
No, the 2 clubs. With that hand.
With this hand, yeah, that's showing unbalanced hand. That's what I'm getting at. If it goes a diamond, pass, a heart, pass, and you bid 2 clubs, you should have an unbalanced hand. And your partner should be real leery about rebidding their suit. Where if you rebid a no trump, your partner knows how strong your hand is, and they know they can rebid their suit. Both. That's why balanced hands bid no trump. And you don't bid 2 suits with balanced hands unless you have to. Anyway, the reason for opening a diamond instead of a club on this is because you don't have a rebid. If you had a rebid and your clubs were better, if you could stop both these suits, then you should open a club. But if you're going to give somebody a general rule, the general rule is with 4-4 in the minors, you open a diamond. You can break that rule if you have a lot better clubs and you can stop both majors. But the reason we do it is because if they overcall the suit you can't stop, then you're in a mess if you open the wrong one.
Ron, on that very first example, when you have the king and the spades and they overcall a spade, you said you take a stopper in the spade so you can come back and say a no trump. But with the spade bidder behind you, your ace probably is no good.
Well, the lead's coming up to your hand.
Lead's coming up to your hand.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not going through you.
Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
So anyway, you got the idea about these 4/4 hands?
Ron, what about the case where you have a hand that's just your basic minimum opening? You have 5 clubs and 4 diamonds.
Well, like that? What should you open with that? One club. Not one diamond. Would you open one spade with that? They did a long time ago.
Yeah.
A long time ago, they opened spades, so they had a rebid. You know what happened to them?
They were in the wrong suit.
They played in spades too many times when they belonged in hearts. So, what's the difference between opening this hand of spade and rebidding 2 hearts? And opening that a diamond and rebidding 2 clubs. It's exactly the same thing. When you open a diamond and rebid 2 clubs, your partner should expect 5 diamonds. So when your partner has this, you won't be in the wrong spot. Now, if it just kills you to rebid this suit, because you can't bid no trump, you got other options. If your partner bids a diamond, you can raise diamonds, right? What if they bid 1 heart? The whole idea they give you about opening a diamond with this hand so you can rebid 2 clubs is because if your partner bids a heart, you can't bid a no trump because you have a singleton, right?
You're saying they should open.
So what they're saying is you should open a diamond so that if your partner bids a heart, you can bid 2 clubs.
And you agree with that?
Well, the thing that's wrong with that is, if your partner has 2 diamonds and 2 clubs, you're going to be in diamonds. In a 4-2 fit, and that 4-2 fit is never the right spot, ever. That's what's wrong with opening a diamond with these hands. You're better off opening a club and rebidding 2 clubs.
Rebidding.
2 clubs. That wouldn't be my choice here.
What's your choice?
I would rebid 1 spade. Yes. If your partner raises spades, you're probably in the right spot. Spades is going to play good with 4-3 on a 4-3 fit. If your partner has spades, they also have at least 4 hearts. They're going to be short over here. You can trump hearts and they can trump one of these. Spades is going to play real good on a 4-3 field. So my choice over 1 heart would be to bid 1 spade. If that scares you, rebid 2 clubs. Huh?
Would that be considered a reverse that you're saying you got 1
No, a reverse is, you can't reverse at the 1 level. A reverse has to be at the 2 level. So rebidding 1 spade is never a reverse. Could be a good hand, or it could be a real minimum. But it's not a reverse. Doesn't guarantee. Also doesn't guarantee longer clubs. If this bothers you, rebid 2 clubs. But whenever you open a diamond and rebid 2 clubs on these hands, when your partner's 2-2, they're going to take you back to diamonds. What are they going to do when they have 3 clubs and 2 diamonds? Are they going to pass? Well, if they pass with 3 clubs and 2 diamonds, the next time you'll have this. And your partner passed 2 clubs, you belong in 2 diamonds. So just always, whenever you open a diamond and rebid 2 clubs, diamonds should always be 5, and it should be an unbalanced hand.
Or if you're 5-5, you would open a diamond and then bid clubs twice, right?
Right. Yeah, we're getting that. Go back to that where we had 5 clubs and 4 diamonds. If you open this hand of diamond and rebid 2 clubs, you're back in the same boat, aren't you? You could still play a 4-2 field. Imagine what should you do over a spade?
Some people would raise spades.
You should raise spades. When you raise response like that with 3-card support, you should have a single. And no better bid. So here you should bid 2 spades.
What if you had bid a club? If you reverse the club sometime.
Like that,
Yeah.
I would still raise spades.
Ron, that the ace of spades was the ace of hearts and the 3 little spades, would you do it?
No, probably not. I'd probably rebid it no time. Now your
That's what I
partner,
thought.
now your partner can still rebid spades. Anyway, with that, I would still raise spades. it's a little bit different. This auction here is a little bit different. Compare this, a diamond pass of heart, to this one. Diamond, the club pass of spade. This auction here, this person will have a 5-card suit probably 90% of the time.
Because he doesn't have 4 hearts.
Because he doesn't have 4 hearts or 4 diamonds. Most of the time he will have a 5-card suit. Not always, but most of the time. But here, a diamond pass a heart, he hasn't skipped over any suits. I have to quit? Okay. Anyway, you get the idea. This, your partner's more likely to have a 5-card suit. Okay?